Welcome to the Alla Money Lucky Show, and we're gonna hit you with real hard-hitting topics. Get ready with your host, Alla Money Lucky.
Hello, and welcome to Reject Public Radio, a place where we throw out common sense in favor of sensationalism and outright stupidity. That's right, we follow the American tradition. For all of you who do not know, this is a discussion show where we try to solve all the problems, big and small, from the home all the way to the White House, from the basement to the strip club. Here, we tackle all the issue. And as much as I know you'll all like to hear me talk, let's get into our discussion. First up, we have San Fierro gardening expert, Mr. Sycamore Jones. A man so in love with nature that he believes that people should walk out of their condominiums and go live in the forest.
That's right. These modern ways are gonna ruin us. Ruin!
Yes. And next up is a mailman of Los Santos, Mr. Dave Cattell. Being a mailman, he knows this city's inside and out, and I'm sure will be a valuable discussion host.
That's right. A mailman, cold, good-blooded American citizen. I know this country inside and out. I'm the boss. I am the lifeblood of this country. And I know what time everybody does everything. Because the mail never stops, and neither does America.
Okay. And up last, but certainly not least, is a Republican congressman for Los Santos running for governor. Or is it mayor? I get confused. I know not the American political system, but I am told that he has strong beliefs, and he believes those strong beliefs. And that's what we need on this show, strong opinions and people who are not afraid to say what they mean. So please welcome Mr. Christopher Mans.
That's right, Alamani. I am running for mayor of our great city. And as such, I am willing to come on your terrorist show here to spread my message.
I am not a terrorist, okay? I am a citizen just like you.
Whatever, terrorist, whatever. Can we get this going? I have places to be.
Ooh, okay, fine. Today, we are here to talk about public decency and respect, something the congressman seems not to be showing right now.
Now don't you irritate me, terrorist, or I will have your ass deported back to Boom Blacka pushing donkey carts and wherever you're fucking from.
As I said earlier, we are here to talk about public decency and respect, things that are losing in Los Santos and in the studio particular, and we shall move on until the discussion topics. Gunfights, murder, rape, all of these things are becoming more and more common in our great city. So someone, please tell me, how are we going to fight back against such impossible odds? Let us start with Mr. Cattell, the mailman, because you, sir, have your eyes on the streets of Los Santos every day. So please tell us, how are we going to fight back against such impossible odds?
That's right, I'm a mailman, the lifeblood of this country. We have been the information center of this great United States of America since it was first taken over from those godless heathen Indians. And you can start fixing this country by locking up your damn dogs. We are sick and tired of being bitten and barked at by your unleashed Mongols. If I had my way, I'd have all the little bastards bound and gagged and thrown into the ocean.
Now that idea's just atrocious. We need animals to take shits all over the lawns and the forest. They provide compost. Speaking of shit, that is actually a great idea to get people together. We should all hold hands and roll around in big piles of steaming shit.
Excuse me? You want to what?
Now you listen to me. This makes perfect sense.
a lot of people are mean to each other for either money or religion or race. Well, I can promise you that all of that won't matter when all of us are covered in compost.
Alright, you stop. You stop right now. That idea is even more offensive than the puppy-killing mailman over there.
Hey, I take offense to that. Actually, as crazy as this may sound, I think I agree with the congressman. Your ideas are a little extreme, but what about you, Congressman Mans? Do you have a plan to get people to show more respect and practice common decency?
Well, yes, actually. Instead of worrying about what the people or the dredges of society are doing to one another, I think that we should reclassify them. Instead of thinking of them as people, we should think of them as more of a cattle. Now, of course, this is more meant for the people who make less than $100,000. The people who make more than that, well, they're well-to-do people, since they actually contribute to society. Excuse me? I excused you the moment I saw you, terrorist. Now, let me continue. Instead of people, we should classify them as a cattle. We should section them off for better organization. The women, or the attractive women, will be sectioned off as a sexual cattle for the enjoyment of well-to-do rich people. And the less important males will be sectioned off as workers. History has taught us that this will work. If the sexual cattle does not satisfy me and my compatriots, well, we will just simply deport them or breed them and teach their children how to properly respect us. Okay, so I am being told that the audio quality has changed in our podcast, but we will continue these questions. And as for you, Congressman Mans, that sounds like segregation and outright classism. That is not what America is about. Oh, we have a caller. We have a caller. We shall listen to this caller. Okay. Okay, caller, you are on the air.
Hello there, Alamani.
Ruben!
How you doing today? I have missed you so much.
Ruben, I am hanging up. I want nothing to do to you. I do not work for you anymore.
Oh no, Alamani. I'm about to buy your radio station. And I am going to have you again. You're mine, you and that sweet ass of yours.
No, hang up right now.
What was that, Alamani?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I was to continue what we were talking about. I was saying how you sounded as if you were, wanted to reinstate slavery. That's not entirely true, actually. The problem with the problem with slavery is that, well, we tried to keep the slaves. Instead, we should just threaten them to deport them to Mexico or another third world country. I mean, after all, America's infrastructure is well established. We will enjoy America without them. No, that's enough. Enough from you. How did we even get to the point where we are talking about slavery, classism, and all kinds of terrible things? We are talking about respect. Respect and common decency. Well, to be quite honest, trays! Excuse me? Trays. That's the solution, Congressman. This is what I was talking about. I know I am going to regret this, but what about the trees, Sycamore? Every man in America should know.
Females have always been this country's problem. Always nagging and complaining. That's why I left my wife and I married a pom-pom tree.
You did what?
I married a tree. And not just any tree, a great tree. A powerful tree. My favorite tree.
You lunatic! That is why we do everything we can to prevent people like you from voting. We can't have you walking into voting booths with splinters in your pecker, with decent people threatened out of their minds.
Cattle like you needs to stay in the barn.
Speaking of treating people like animals, at this year's Republican National Convention, a Republican threw peanuts at a black CNN anchor lady. How do you feel about that? You are a Republican after all. I believe you are attending that Congress.
Oh, yes. I was there during that incident, and let me just tell you, it was deplorable.
That was a perfectly good waste of peanuts. If it was me, I would have thrown a chicken breast or a drumstick. We all know how black people enjoy them. Alright? No, stop! Stop right there. I will not get this station in any more trouble than I already have. There will be none of that. We are going to take a break and relax, and maybe I can get some respect in this studio. And as you know, this is a fan-funded radio station, so we are going to ask you for money and maybe play a commercial in between, and we will come back with another discussion.
Over 1 million people have joined Dollar Shave Club, having fresh new blades sent to their home every month. Well now, here comes the next big idea. From a guy who saw the CEO of Dollar Shave Club from a window down the street with a pair of high-focus binoculars while he was eating his morning breakfast, comes this great idea. Video Game Shave Club. Are you one of the millions of people who go to game stores expecting to get a fully fleshed out game? Well, if so, then you're a bitch. And I know what you're thinking. Well, random voice guy, how do I stop being a bitch? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's simple. Video Game Shave Club is here to fix that problem. With our dedicated team of ex-EA and Activision employees, we will strip video game content only to sell it to you later for $5 to $10. Shaving the money out of your pocket one shitty DLC package at a time. That's right, Video Game Shave Club. If it's a game that everyone wants, then it's a game that needs to be cut. Mass Effect. Shave it! The new Tomb Raider game. Shave it! We're cutting off content left and right and then charging you for it later. You may call it unfair, but we call it capitalism. Here at Video Game Shave Club, we play hundreds of games before they even release so that we can look at it, appreciate it, and then lock it behind a paywall. New guns, shave it! Extra outfits, shave it! New characters and backstories, shave it! Those prostitutes that I bought last weekend, forget about it! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Video Game Shave Club. This is the future of the video game industry, and if you think you can save it, then we can shave it.
Alright, welcome back to the Allah Money Lucky Show, where we tackle the hardest topics, the hardest news, the hardest discussion, with your host, Allah Money Lucky!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have another group of guests to talk about things. And just like the last conversation, we will try to have a reasonable discussion. But now the topic has changed to something even more controversial. We will talk about homosexuality and bisexuality in today's culture. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to our first guest. A pastor from the Bible Belt of Alabama, a Mr. Brandon Power.
Hello, Out of Money. I'm glad to be here today. I got a lot to say on this topic today.
Thank you. And to my left is a teacher at Washington State College, Mr. Henry Strong.
Hello.
I'm glad to be here today. And finally, the last of our guests. And since we are tackling homosexuality today, and to prove we are not totally biased, we have a resident homosexual from right here in Los Santos. A actor in several high-budget stage plays in the Los Santos Theater. I present to you Mr. Jeremy Livingston. Hello, Alamone. I am just so glad to be here today and express the struggle and oppression that my people go through every day. Okay, so without further ado, let's start dishing out the topics and have you all comment on them. The first, from what it says here in my notes, is homosexuality unnatural?
Well, of course it is. A man belongs with a woman, and a woman belongs with a man.
Oh, here we go again. This is the same argument I've been hearing ever since the first time I tried on one of my mother's dresses.
That's because it's the truth. A man has a penis. A woman has a vagina. Mixing them together is the only way to create a child. That is natural.
Sex isn't just the only way to be natural. Love is natural. To hold a loved one in your arms and marry and share a life. What if I fell in love with all the money over there?
What?
Then who are you to deny our love?
First off, I am not denying anything. And second, all the money over there is from Pakistan, and they don't tolerate gayness over there. The first time you were caught with a dick in your mouth, you'd be stoned to execution.
I am not Pakistani. I am Persian. That's right, Alamani. Don't let the pastor bully us around. We won't stand for it.
I am not gay.
Alamani, there's no need to hide anymore. I can be your Julius Caesar, and you can be my buttercup-lipped Brutus.
Oh God, he's trying to infect another person with the gayness.
Stop right now. We are only 3 minutes in, and everything is going to hell. You there, Mr. Teacher, say something educational and get us back on track. Sorry, I was fascinated by the discussion. Well, Mr. Pastor, what do you think about hermaphrodites?
Wait, what? Hermaphrodite? What is that?
Hermaphrodites. They are a group of people born with the sexual organ of both sexes. Hence, a person born with both a vagina and a penis.
I have never heard of such a ridiculous thing in my life.
Nonetheless, Pastor, they do exist. So, how would the church judge them?
Now look, boy, the Bible doesn't say anything about having both sex organs, so I can't comment on it. Let them do whatever they like.
And then what about you, Jeremy? How do you feel about the subject of hermaphrodites? Well, I'd have sex with them.
Well, that was a surprising and quick answer. Why am I not surprised? No morals whatsoever.
Okay. Before we move on to the next topic, what are your views on homosexuality, Mr. College Professor? As a teacher, I don't particularly disagree with homosexuality. As for culture, I have had hundreds of gay students in my class, so some were more flamboyant, like Mr. Jeremy over there. But passing judgment isn't really my job, so their education is all I'm really concerned about, factual evidence. Okay, and with that, we move on to our next topic. And that is, should homosexual couples be allowed to have children? And since you seem to be the voice of reason here, Mr. Professor, we shall start with you. Well, given that most children in America are already coming from broken homes,
I'd imagine that a gay couple might be a step up from a normal couple that our youth may find themselves in today.
Oh, God, no.
I mean, it's a simple statistics, Pastor. If a home has 2 working adults, that will lead to a greater income and thus a healthier life for the child.
I see. Then what do you say, Mr. Gentleman?
Oh, alimony, of course they should. Everyone should be allowed to start a family. Just because a lady has a baby doesn't make her a mother. I can be a mother. As long as there is love, anyone can be a parent. You and me together? Your gender doesn't decide whether you'll be a good parent or not.
Dear Lord, have you both lost your minds? I can't even believe this is a question.
I take it you disapprove, Pastor.
Of what? Of course I do. How can I not? You are talking about love and money like that's all that matters. Oh, what about the mental health of the child? What about his soul? You two, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked down the hallway when you were a little child and caught your mommy and daddy having sex? That is a common occurrence in most families, at least once or twice.
Yes, I do believe that happened when I was younger.
Of course I have. Sometimes they even let me watch.
Well, that certainly explains a lot. But you, teacher, are you honestly going to sit there and tell me that a young man watching his mother having sex is the same thing as catching his daddy sucking dick?
Well,
Imagine a little boy walking back to his room after getting a glass of Kool-Aid when suddenly he hears the thumping coming from his father's room. As he gets closer, his glass of Kool-Aid is shaking, and the banging on the doors keep getting louder. Then right when he's near the door, he suddenly hears, "Oh, come on, give it to me, Steve.
Pastor, please stop. That is a little too much visual representation.
Exactly. That will fuck up any little boy to a level that the Lord himself might not be able to fix. And don't pretend that what I'm saying doesn't hit close to home. I see both of you squirming in your seats. Now let me ask you, Mr. College Professor, with all your fancy statistics, would you risk your child going over to the house to play some video games of a gay couple?
all of you just don't understand. The love between 2 men is a sacred trust between 2 men and their asses. And you, Pastor, I've heard enough out of you. You with your 5 wives, isn't that against the rules of the chantry or the Christianity or wherever you're from? Didn't they do an investigation on you? I know I saw it on the television.
The Bible says that if a man is forth thou able to provide, then he may have as many wives as he can spread his seed.
Oh, please, I saw you on the TV. One of your wives is 13 and she's your niece.
First off, she won't consummate the marriage until she's reached the proper age, and she was given to me by my sister in exchange for the Lord's blessings.
And the pedophile has the nerve to judge homosexuals. And what about you, alimony? You sit there with your wavy hair and your buttercup lips. But I'll have you know that I'm friends with a certain media mogul who is trying to buy this radio station. And he tells me that you and him spent a night of beautiful passion together.
What? No. He drugged me. I was on a business meeting, and what are you doing? Don't climb on the table. Get down from there.
Oh, come on, Ollie, baby. Now's not the time to be shy. Just let go of your shackles and embrace me.
Stay back. I'm warning you. Pastor, Pastor, do something. Don't grab your coat. Where are you going?
I want no parts of this. Clearly the devil dwells in this place.
Oh, alimony. Your hair is so soft.
Don't touch me! Professor, help me! Get him away!
Do you mind if I watch? It's for science. Watch? Oh, honey, you can join in. Well, in the name of science, I shall investigate!
What? No! Let me go! Let go!
Okay. Now hold his legs while I pull down his pants.
What? No! No! Not again!
Calm down. Calm down, Alamani, baby. We were just playing.
You were going to take it! Like Reuben! Alamani Aklucky is no one's bitch! No one shall take Alamani Aklucky! Go to commercial! Go to commercial right now! You hear me? Right now! Alright, welcome back to Alamani Aklucky! Don't forget to go to our Facebook page, YouTube channel, and all those other shits and subscribe! Because this is the only place where you can get all the up-to-date news from the one and only Alamani Aklucky!